Hello everyone, welcome to our installation guide video for the collaborative platform version 6.0. My name is Mandil Lastra and my teammate is Michael Machin. Our product owner is Mr. Juan Carballo, and during this video we're going to be showing you how to get the collaborative platform website up and running, as well as recommend the software you could use to develop and keep editing the system. So we're using PHP as a backend language. So we're gonna need an IDE in order to edit the PHP code. One of the IDEs that I highly recommend is PHP Storm from JetBrains. It is free if you have a student. If you're a student, all you have to do is sign up with your student email, and they'll give you a license for free for this software. And alternatives you could use for editing the code, it's you could use NetBeans, you could use Eclipse, Sublime Text. There are a lot of different alternatives, but again, I highly recommend this IDE because it is really convenient when it comes to editing the code. As you can see here, it has auto completion and different features that will make it really convenient for the developers. When installing Apache, MySQL and PHP, I highly recommend using XAMPP. It stands for Apache, MySQL, PHP, and Perl. There are also different alternatives out there like WAMP. There's MAMP. But we used XAMPP, and the good thing about this is that it can be used in Mac OS. It can be used in Linux and Windows. So this simple tool can be used across different operating systems and gives you the power of getting a website up and running, since you have Apache, MySQL, and PHP all in one tool. Of course, these can be installed separate, but again, this will be the quickest and also the easiest way of getting all the tools needed for getting the website running. When it comes to our repository for the code, we use GitHub, and in order to interact with GitHub, you could use the terminal event for uploading your code. However, I mean, I know users that they really like it. They prefer to use the terminal. Here you could basically push the code, pull it, commit. But I found a really good and convenient tool called Source Tree. It gives you an interface for GitHub. As you can see here, you could it shows you the different branches that are created, the current branch that you're on, also the different commits, as well as when you select a commit, it will give you here what was edited. So it is very convenient and for fast sharing of code, and it gives you a nice interface with GitHub. Okay, so the next software I'm going to talk to you about is MySQL Workbench. We use this for to interact with our database. You could use as well PHP MyAdmin. However, I found that MySQL Workbench is a lot more convenient when it comes to running queries, importing the SQL dump for creating the database or getting it up to date. So it looks like this. As you can see, you can have multiple connections already saved. I have the development server, I have my local host, oops, and I have the production server right here. So I just connected to the development server, and as you can see, you can run queries very easy. It will provide different alternatives for running the queries, and and it has an auto completion, which really helps when running queries, to get things done quickly. So for example, you can do select all from, and see it gives you kind of like autocomplete features. You can run it from here and see the result over here. Here's your database coplat. You could export the SQL code for your project, as well as import it. So you can import it, get a file in, and basically get your database up to date with the latest SQL dump for working with the website, and interacting with the database. These are all the software we pretty much used. Also, I was forgetting, we for diagrams and for documentation, we used it's called Start UML. It makes it also very convenient when creating diagrams, as you could reuse a lot of components, and it's a great tool. It's a great tool. As you can see here, you can save your diagrams, edit them later. They have different layouts and a lot of options that are very convenient when developing sequence diagrams, class diagrams, use case diagrams. So these are all of the tools that we used across or the collaborative platform version 6.0. Now my teammate Michael is gonna go ahead and explain to you how to get the website up and running on your system. Thank you very much.
A quick showcase on to how to use SourceTree for once you have it installed. It's fairly simple. All you have to do is go to Clone New, right over here. In the source path URL, once it's connected to your account, which will ask you for as you're creating this for the GitHub account, click the little globe button to get something. Go to Collaborative Platform. Okay. Select your destination path. And just click Clone. As you can see, it's downloading everything. I'll pause it until it finishes. Welcome back. As you can see here, you can see the list of all the merges and changes and the stuff such as that. To add a change to your file, you simply click Commit. Any files that you have changed will show up here. I'll show you on mine. You can click Modified. These are the files that I've changed. Just select one. Enter your commit message. And simply click Commit. Once that's done, it will ask you to push. You simply click here. There will be a little symbol there, push. If there has been changes to the system since the last time you have pulled, it will display a number here where you can click pull. The first thing that you need to do when you're getting over to produce this on your local server is you need to go to where you got it from your GitHub. Right now, for me, it's in my documents in Collaborative Platform. You go to Collaborative Platform, Code, Website, Coplat. You need to then take this folder, copy it, and after you install XAMPP, make sure it's installed into just base C, not in program files, not anything like that. You should just install it in your base hard drive, C. You go into the exam folder, shown here, go down to htdocs, right here, and then place it in here. Just hit paste. Once it's pasted in, you go into it, go into protected, config, and go into main. If you have PHP Storm already installed, it should open in PHP Storm. Right here. You need to then scroll down to connection string. This MySQL host is true for both the CP dev server, it's the local host, and its DB name is coplat. The username is root. You will see the password in the current file. Just set it to blank because the base database for when you have XAMPP running here will be no password. And then just save this. Once you have that running, you can start both servers. Start. At which point you can go into MySQL Workbench, connect the database. Should just be the base storing the localhost port 3306, which will be what it says here, C3306. Click OK. It'll bring you to here. The first thing you need to do is create a new schema. Name it coplat. As you see, I already have that schema set, so I'm not going to create a new one. I will just create a coplat show. Apply. Now setting this, you would set coplat, but setting coplat show. You then will open the dump file that is in the Git. Going to your Git, collaborative platform, code, website, no, database, sorry, coplat version 6, open. And then with that being your set thing, just click the lightning bolt. It will install all the tables into the database. Now you can see you have all the tables. With your PHP in your XAMPP and your database set up, you can go to the local host and you'll see everything here. The admin is admin to log in, and you can change anything you need there. There are a few server-side changes that need to be taken into consideration from the previous editions. First off, there is a cron job running, done with crontab. To see if it is running, you simply type into either PuTTY or if you're on the server itself, sudo crontab l. The crontab is running as the root, and that's how it's able to access everything. it should display something like this. If it is not, it will, if the cron tab is not running, it will display exactly this, no cron tab for root. To get the cron job once running again, which is the one that handles the email listener and the priority hours checker, you simply cd to this thing on the cpdev server, and then just sudo cron tab this. If you wish to change, which runs the cron job every 30 minutes. If you wish to change how often it is run, just vi the cron job 30.txt. You will see this in the vi. Simply change this to whatever amount of minutes you want to change it to. Click escape, hit escape, type in :x, hit enter, remove the current cron tab running to make sure, and then enter this again. You could always also create a new cron job.txt, copying the template in the current one to create a different one with a different title. Say you want different cron jobs running. If you are moving this process to a new server, I also installed a postfix server on the system. You will have to speak to the server administrators to open access to port 25, but that is beyond our administrative capabilities. But once that is done, just speak to them about installing postfix. It is quite simple. Simply do sudo yum install postfix if this is still Red Hat, because this system is currently running on Red Hat Linux. Once that completes, you just cd to this, then sudo cp -a postfix settings dot etc. What that is doing is copying the contents from postfix settings, which just has a folder of postfix, into the current postfix configuration. I've already set up all the configurations, this way you don't have to do it step by step. Reload the postfix server. If you are doing this on a new server, you should create a new account, FIU Coplat, and the password FIU Coplat, and then set the password for FIU Coplat. Currently, it is FIU admin on the current server. FIU admin, just like that. But you can change it to whatever you wish. You have to enter the new password twice. Now in the actual code of the system, if you are changing the servers, you're obviously going to need to change the server address for the email so the system can pick it up, because the actual server is the one that's going to be getting emails. That's what postfix did. You will look for FIU Coplat at cpdev.cs.fiu.edu, shown here. You simply open up PHP Storm, text to find. You actually would use replace. Replace in path. See right here, replace in path. You're looking for cpdev.cs.fiu.edu, and you want to replace it with, say, cp.cs.fiu.edu. Find. As you can see right here, you can replace that. Obviously, I'm not going to change it now because currently this is the working system. But you just go line by line, clicking replace, 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 replace. As you are making changes to and fro the system, as a quick reminder, just in case, you have your examp version, which is your localhost version. Again, it is an examp. You placed it in examp htdocs coplat. This is all your files. And then you have your GitHub version, which should be in Documents Collaborative Platform. Do not try to put this entire thing into examp. It won't be able to find it. You need to only have this folder. just the coplat folder in website in your examp htdocs folder. But as you make changes, as someone uploads new files, just copy and paste it back and forth. And again, remember that potentially the config main file for your XAMPP version is different than your cpdev version. This one has the password for cpdev. Your XAMPP version will just have blank, potentially. With all of this, you are now able to start developing on the system. Again, to go to the website, you just go to localhost coplat index.php. It'll take you here. You can create new accounts. You can sign into admin for right now, which I will do. And you can see everything that currently exists in the system. Any changes made in your XAMPP folder will automatically be updated. Just click Save All, and everything will be changed. Thank you.